Bedtime stories. If you're a yes. Chapter 9. Yes to joining the club. About a year into my year of yes, Chris' number one calls to tell me that I'm being awarded Hollywood Reporter Sherry Lang's Award at the annual Women in Entertainment Breakfast. He keeps his tone soothingly soft, the mellow-tone of psychiatric nurse, as he informs me that I will have to give a speech. Then he waits for me to freak out. This speech is not your average speech. The Darth commencement was a big deal, yes, but this is not a crowd of Darth graduates looking to the future or looking for the wisdom. This isn't a gaggle of hopeful and happy parents just thrilled they're done paying hundreds of thousands of dollars in tuition. It's right in the title. This speech is for women in entertainment. These are powerful women in entertainment. You know how I know this? The Hollywood Reporter releases a list to go with this event. It's called the Power 100. Some of the women who will be in the room listening to my speech are legends. Sherry Langlings herself will be in the room. Chris waits for me to start yelling. He waits for Chicken Bone, Janet Jackson Booth, Fear Not hollering in the ear. I'm quite a long moment. Then, okay, I say. Okay, he sounds confused. Okay, like, okay, fine? Yeah, okay, fine. Chris thinks perhaps I do not understand. You have to give a speech, he says slowly, loudly, like my earring isn't going, like I really am old. But I heard him, and I am nervous, but it is time. This is a room full of women, powerful women. I am on the list. Theoretically, I am one of these powerful women. Theoretically, these are my peers, and yet, I don't actually know a single woman on the list. What this really is, what this really is a room full of strangers, powerful strangers. I have been enjoying this year in a way I haven't enjoyed life in a long time. I'm excited and I'm vibrant and I'm feeling alive. I've been I've made progress. I've gotten so much better at this, but I have no friends in the industry outside the ones who work on my shows. Everyone I know works for me or with me. I am a powerful woman who knows no powerful women. I am on the list, but I'm not one of the list. I'm not of the list. Chicken bones, Janet Jackson boobs, fierce snot, y'all. I have too long I have too long been a turtle in my shell with my sisters in the industry. It is time to stop standing at the edge of the room, hugging the walls, living in my head, wishing I had something to say. If there's one thing I've learned from all of Chris's symphons pushing all of his saying yes, it's that I don't have to poke my head out of my shell and show people who I am. All anyone will ever think I'm in all anyone will ever think I am in my shell. It's time to take my place on the list. Hollywood Reporter Women in Entertainment speech delivered December 10th, 2014, Los Angeles, California. On ceilings made of glass. When my publicist called to tell me that I was receiving this honor, I screwed up my face and I said, "Are you sure? Me?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Why?" And then I said, "No, really, why?" And I made him call and ask for some written reason why I was getting this award, because I really and truly was worried that there might have been some kind of mistake. I want to pause for best. I want to pause for a beat here to say that I don't say these things to be self-deprecating and humble. I'm not a self-deprecating, humble person. I think I'm pretty fantastic. But I also think that the Hollywood Reporter Sherry Award is extraordinary, as Sherry herself. So, no, really, why? They sent a written reason why I was getting this award. It said many nice things, but the main thing that it said was that I was getting this award in recognition of my breaking through the industry's glass ceiling as a woman and an African American. Well, I called my publicist back because I just don't know about this. I mean, I'm concerned now. I come from a very large, very competitive family, extremely competitive. And my mother says we're all not allowed to play Scrabble anymore when we get together because of the injuries and the tears. One of the rules in my family is you don't ever get a trophy for participation. You don't get a trophy for just being you. So getting an award today because I'm a woman in an African American feels. I was born with an awesome vagina and real gorgeous brown skin. I didn't do anything to make either of those things happen. To get all Beyonce about it, people, I woke up like this. Seriously. I know this isn't an award because I'm a woman or because I'm African American. I know it's really about breaking the glass ceiling that exists in the face of being a woman and being black in this very male, very white town. But I haven't broken through any glass ceilings. Do they know I haven't broken through any glass ceilings? I asked my publicist. He assures me that I have. I assure him that I have not. I've not broken through any glass ceilings. If I had broken through any glass ceilings, I would know. If I had broken through a glass ceiling, I would have felt some scars, some cuts. I would have some bruises. There'd be shards of glass in my hair. I'd be bleeding. I'd be wounded. If I'd broken the glass ceilings, that would mean I would have made it through to the other side, where the air is where I would feel the wind on my face. The view from here, way up here where the glass ceiling's broken, would be incredible, right? So how come I don't remember that moment? When me with my womanness and my brown skin when running full speed, gravity be damned, into the thick layer of glass and smashed right through it. It came how come I don't remember what happened? That's why. It's 2014. The moment's right here. Me standing up here all brown with my boobs and my Thursday night network television, full of women of color, competitive women, strong women, women who own their own bodies and those whose lives revolve around their work instead of their men, women who are big dogs. That would only be happening right now. Think about it. Look around this room. It's filled with women of all colors in Hollywood who are executives and heads of studios and VPs, show creators and directors. There are a lot of women in Hollywood in this room who have the game-changing ability to say yes or no to something. 15 years ago, that would not have been as true. There had been maybe a few women in Hollywood who would say yes or no, and a lot of D girls and assistants who were gritting their teeth and working really hard. And for someone like me, it was a very, very, very lucky there had been maybe one small show. One small shot. And that shot would not have involved a leading actress of color, any three-dimensional LGBT actress, any woman character with high-powered jobs and families, and no more than two characters of color in any scene at one time, because that don't happen in sitcoms. 30 years ago, I think maybe there'd been 1,000 secretaries fending off these handsy bosses back at the office and about two women howled in this room. And if I were here, I'd be serving these two women breakfast. 50 years ago, if we want to gather in a room, well, it better be about babies or charity work. And the brown woman would be in the room over there, and the white woman would be in another room over here. From then to now, we've all made such an incredible leap. Think of all of them. 50 years ago, trying to get out of the separate rooms. 30 years ago, trying not to serve breakfast or be groped by their bosses. 15 years ago, trying to make clear that they could run a department as well as the guy over there. All the women, white or black or brown, who woke up like this, who came before me in this town. Think of them. Heads up, eyes on the target, running full speed, gravity be damned, through the thick layer of glass that's the ceiling, running full speed and crashing into the ceiling and falling back, crashing into it and falling back, into the falling back, woman after woman, each running and each crashing, and everyone falling. How many women had to hit that glass before the first crack appeared? How many cuts did they get? How many bruises? How hard did they have to hit that ceiling? How many women had to hit that glass to ripple it, to send off 1,000 hairline fractures? How many women had to hit that glass before the pressure of their efforts caused it to evolve from a thick pane of glass into just a thin sheet of shattered ice? So that when it was my turn to run, it didn't even look like a ceiling anymore. I mean, the wind was already whistling through. I could always feel it on my face, and there were all these holes giving me a perfect view of the other side. I didn't even notice the gravity. I think it had already worn itself away. So I didn't have to fight as hard. I had time to study the cracks. I had time to decide where the air felt the rarest, where the wind was coolest, where the view was the most soaring. I picked my spot in the glass and I called it my target. And I ran. When I finally hit that ceiling, it just exploded into dust. like that. My sisters who went before me had already handled it. No cuts, no bruises, no bleeding. Making it through the glass ceiling to the other side was simply a matter of running on a path created by every other woman's footprint. I just hit it exactly at the right time and exactly at the right spot. So I'm breaking my family's rules today. This is a trophy for participation, and I'm beyond honored and proud to receive it because this was a group effort. Thank you to all the women in this room. Thank you to all the women who never made it into this room. And thank you to all the women who will hopefully fill a room 100 times the size when we are all gone. You are all an inspiration. Yes.